What's the strangest punishment your parents ever gave you? When I was about 7, my brother and I had this little plastic bow and arrow set. It was basic, maybe a couple feet long, with soft-tipped arrows that couldn't really do any damage unless you were trying hard. For whatever reason, our parents thought it was fine. We were told to aim only at the big cardboard box set up in the backyard, and never at each other, which of course, made it about 10 times more tempting to do exactly that. It became this daily ritual: drag the box out from the garage, prop it up in the grass, and take turns firing arrows at it from a safe distance. The arrows barely stuck to the box. Most of the time, they just bounced off or flopped over. One day, I thought I had a brilliant idea. I crawled inside the box. I can't remember what I was trying to do: scare my brother when he opened it, pretend I was some kind of spy hiding out. Either way, I slipped in through the bottom flap, curled up, and waited. My brother, who had no idea I was in there, picked up the bow and started shooting like usual. It wasn't long before I felt the thud of an arrow hit the box right above my head, then another, and another. I didn't realize how dumb it was until I heard one of the arrows pierce through the cardboard and slice into the box just inches from my leg. That's when I panicked and started screaming from inside the box. My brother dropped the bow instantly. He looked like he'd seen a ghost when I popped out. He kept saying, "I didn't know," and I honestly believed him. He was just as freaked out as I was. My parents came running out after hearing the screaming. When they figured out what happened, they didn't yell right away. My mom just stared at me for a second, then looked at my dad and said, "He could have been killed." That seemed like a bit of a stretch considering the arrows were barely capable of denting a shoe, but I was too scared to argue. That's when the punishment started. Not in the way I expected, though. They didn't take away the bow and arrow. They didn't ground us or yell. Instead, my mom grabbed the couch cushions and made me lie down flat on my back. She brought over a thin fleece blanket and draped it over me. My dad got one of those clipboards from the junk drawer and handed it to her. "You're in the hospital now," she said, "because you decided to get shot." I had to lay there the entire day. I wasn't allowed to sit up. I wasn't allowed to get snacks. I had to sip water out of a straw like I was an invalid. My mom would come in every hour to check my vitals, with a toy thermometer and a fake stethoscope. My brother had to come in and apologize to the patient. At first, I thought it was funny. I tried to laugh, but got scolded for agitating my wounds. By noon, I was bored out of my mind and just wanted to go outside. I tried to crawl off the couch and was immediately told I was bleeding internally and needed emergency rest. I laid back down. By dinner, I was begging to be released from the fake hospital bed. My mom finally came over, patted my head, and said, "You survived. You're lucky." The bow and arrow got put away in the garage after that. We didn't see it again until the next summer. I never crawled into the box again. Looking back, it was such a bizarre punishment. It wasn't harsh, it wasn't cruel, it was just this incredibly weird and specific way of scaring me straight. And honestly, it worked. I never forgot that day on the couch, sipping water like I had a punctured lung from a Nerf arrow. I've told the story to friends and they all laugh, but I still remember how serious my parents were about the whole thing. They never cracked a smile. I really believed, for that entire day, that I'd narrowly escaped death, and that being hospitalized was just what happened when you were that stupid. It was strange, but effective, and somehow, a little hilarious in hindsight.